Fawlty Towers, 1975 to 1979, is widely regarded as one of the greatest British sitcoms of all time. Created by John Cleese and Connie Booth, the show's sharp wit, chaotic energy, and unforgettable characters made it an enduring classic, beloved by audiences worldwide. However, behind the laughter and brilliance of Fawlty Towers, many of its actors faced personal struggles, unexpected tragedies, and battles with illness. Some endured serious accidents, while others fought long-term health conditions or encountered heartbreaking misfortunes. Over the years, several key members of the cast have passed away, some under tragic circumstances. This video explores both the triumphs and the hardships experienced by 20 actors from Fawlty Towers, revealing the real-life challenges that stood in stark contrast to the humor they brought to the screen. Andrew Sachs, born on April 7, 1930, in Berlin, was a German-born British actor, renowned for his portrayal of Manuel, the naive yet kind Spanish waiter in the iconic sitcom Fawlty Towers, 1975 to 1979. Sachs' delicate yet expressive acting brought Manuel to life, making him one of television's most beloved comedic characters. Through a perfect balance of physical humor and sensitivity, Sachs infused the role with a natural innocence, which resonated deeply with audiences. Despite his success on screen, Sachs' personal life was marked by hardship. Born into a Jewish family, he and his parents fled Nazi Germany in 1938 to escape persecution. The challenges of living in exile had a lasting impact on him. As an adult, Sachs enjoyed a fulfilling marriage to his wife, Melody, but their life together was also filled with adversity, including the loss of his mother and Melody's prolonged battle with cancer. In his later years, Sachs was diagnosed with vascular dementia, a debilitating illness that progressively eroded his cognitive abilities, eventually causing him to forget his most iconic role as Manuel. He passed away on November 23, 2016, at the age of 86. Despite his suffering, Andrew Sachs left behind a timeless legacy of laughter, remembered fondly by audiences worldwide. Gilly Flower, born on August 26, 1908, delivered a memorable performance as Miss Agatha Tibbs in Fawlty Towers, 1975 to 1979. A boarder at the Fawlty Hotel, Miss Tibbs was a kind and emotionally sensitive character who unknowingly admired her employer, Basil Fawlty. Flower's nuanced portrayal turned this seemingly minor role into an integral part of the show's charm. Though Flower enjoyed a lengthy career on stage and television, her personal life was fraught with difficulty. Her first marriage was turbulent, with frequent relocations due to work, and ultimately ended in separation. She raised her children as a single mother, facing considerable challenges. Later in life, Flower remarried, but her second husband passed away unexpectedly, leaving her with profound grief. Despite these personal losses, Flower remained dedicated to her craft, continuing to act with passion. She passed away on February 17, 2001, at the age of 92. Though not a household name, Flower's grace and commitment to her work left an enduring impact, contributing significantly to the lasting appeal of Fawlty Towers. Ballard Berkeley, born on August 6, 1904, in London, is best remembered for his portrayal of Major Gowan in Fawlty Towers, 1975 to 1979. As the elderly, pompous Major, Berkeley's performance brought a touch of both humor and pathos to the character, whose outdated comments and humorous confusion became a highlight of the show's satirical humor. While Berkeley enjoyed a successful career in acting, his personal life was marked by tragedy. Before becoming an actor, he worked a series of odd jobs, which contributed to the direction his life would take. One of his greatest sorrows was the early death of his first wife, a loss that left him with an irreplaceable void. Although he remarried, his later years were overshadowed by loneliness and health issues, causing his public profile to diminish. Berkeley passed away on January 16, 1988, at the age of 83. His enduring legacy is built upon his memorable portrayal of Major Gowan, a quirky character who remains an indelible part of Fawlty Towers. Renee Roberts, born on September 24, 1908, made a lasting impression with her portrayal of Miss Ursula Gatsby in Fawlty Towers, 1975 to 1979. Alongside Miss Tibbs, Miss Gatsby was one of the two elderly boarders at the Fawlty Hotel, always charming and polite, though somewhat naive in the face of the surrounding chaos. Roberts' graceful and subtle performance imbued the character with warmth, making Miss Gatsby a delightful presence in the series. Roberts' personal life was fraught with difficulty. Raised in a working-class family, she struggled early on to gain recognition in theater before transitioning to television. Her personal losses were many, including the sudden death of her first husband, which left her a widow at a young age. While she remarried, her second marriage ended in disappointment, leaving her with a sense of loneliness. Nevertheless, Roberts found solace in her acting, continuing to work until her later years. She passed away on February 6, 1996, at the age of 87. While not a major star, Roberts' grace and talent left a lasting impression on Fawlty Towers fans, and she is remembered fondly for her contributions to the series. Terence Connolly, born on July 15, 1919, appeared in Fawlty Towers, 1975, as Mr. Johnston, a guest at the Fawlty Hotel. Though his role was minor, Connolly's confident presence and subtle performance enriched the show's ensemble cast, contributing to its comedic brilliance. Connolly's life, both on and off screen, was a mixture of triumph and struggle. Raised in London, he lacked family support for his artistic aspirations, forcing him to forge his own path in acting. Though he enjoyed a career that spanned decades, his personal life was marred by heartache. His first marriage ended in divorce after years of tension, and while he found love again later in life, the emotional scars never fully healed. Connolly also struggled with loneliness, as he had no children. In his later years, Connolly faced depression, a battle he kept largely private. Nevertheless, he remained respected within the industry for his dedication to his craft. Connolly passed away on April 7, 2016, at the age of 96, leaving behind a legacy of strong performances that helped shape the landscape of British television. Brian Hall, born on November 20, 1937, left a lasting impression in Fawlty Towers, 1979, with his portrayal of Terry, the blunt and cheeky chef at the Fawlty Hotel. Terry's down-to-earth humor and carefree attitude offered a perfect counterbalance to Basil Fawlty's chaos, and Hall's performance made the character memorable, offering some of the show's most standout moments in its second season. Despite Hall's success, his personal life was marked by turmoil. Entering acting without formal training, he rose through the ranks thanks to his natural talent. His marriage, however, was turbulent and ended in divorce. The deaths of both his parents within a short period deeply affected him, and despite the physical and emotional challenges he faced, Hall remained dedicated to his career. In 1996, Hall was diagnosed with cancer, and he passed away on September 17, 1997, at the age of 59. His untimely death left a void in the world of television comedy, but his sharp, humorous portrayal of Terry endures in the memories of Fawlty Towers fans. Bernard Cribbins, born on December 29, 1928, delivered a memorable performance as Mr. Hutchinson in Fawlty Towers, 1975. A troublesome guest who tests Basil Fawlty's patience, Cribbins' impeccable comedic timing turned this single-episode role into a standout moment of the series. Off-screen, Cribbins' life was filled with emotional turmoil. He experienced the early loss of his mother, a tragedy that left lasting scars. While his career flourished and earned him the affection of audiences, his personal life was marked by further loss, including the sudden death of his wife, a heartbreak that affected him deeply. Despite these challenges, Cribbins remained committed to his craft, though he gradually withdrew from the public eye after his wife's passing. Cribbins passed away peacefully on July 28, 2022, at the age of 93. His legacy as an icon of British entertainment lives on, not only through Fawlty Towers but also in his extensive work across film and television. André Marin, born on May 14, 1926, in France, made a lasting impression in Fawlty Towers, 1975, with his portrayal of André, the enthusiastic yet sometimes misunderstood waiter who contributes to the chaos in Basil Fawlty's hotel. Born during World War II, Marin faced significant hardships in his youth, which shaped his strong character and determination to pursue acting. After relocating to England, he built a successful career, with his role in Fawlty Towers being one of his cherished highlights. While Marin's career flourished, his personal life was full of challenges. He married his longtime partner, Claire, and they had 2 children. However, their relationship ended in a painful separation, a wound from which he never fully recovered. Despite this, he continued working and found joy in his craft. In his later years, Marin faced health issues but remained dedicated to his career until his death on April 12, 2021, at the age of 94. His legacy is not only in his memorable roles but also in his resilience and dedication to the arts, despite the personal losses he endured. Michael Gwynne, born on November 30, 1916, delivered a memorable performance in Fawlty Towers, 1975, as Lord Melbury, a fraudulent nobleman who deceives Basil Fawlty. With his aristocratic demeanor and refined acting, Gwynne created a character that was both entertaining and surprising, contributing to the show's charm. Although Gwynne's stage and television career was successful, his personal life was less smooth. Coming from a working-class family in London, he faced hardships from an early age, and his path to acting was not easy. He went through 2 marriages, both of which encountered difficulties, and he had no children, something that left him with a deep, unspoken loneliness throughout his life. In his later years, Gwynne struggled with heart issues, and his health declined, leading to increasing isolation. A sudden heart attack on January 29, 1976, claimed his life at the age of 59, leaving a sense of sorrow among his colleagues and fans. Despite his personal losses, Gwynne's artistic legacy lives on, particularly through his portrayal of Lord Melbury, a testament to his exceptional talent in British theatre. Geoffrey Palmer, born on June 4, 1927, made an impact with his role as Dr. Price in Fawlty Towers, 1979, offering a sharp perspective in the program's humorous interactions. Raised in a working-class family, Palmer discovered a passion for acting as an escape from life's struggles. He married his beloved wife, Sally, and they had 2 children. However, a great tragedy struck when their son passed away suddenly at the age of 30, causing a deep emotional shock from which he never fully recovered. Despite this, Palmer continued his acting career with unwavering professionalism. In his later years, Palmer's strength remained quiet, fueled by his love for his craft. He passed away on November 5, 2020, at the age of 93 from natural causes, leaving behind a legacy that is deeply respected by fans, along with iconic performances that continue to be remembered. Bruce Boa, born on July 10, 1930, gained fame for his role as Harry Hamilton in Fawlty Towers, 1979, a performance that brought him lasting recognition on British screens. With his distinctive voice and commanding presence, Boa made a strong mark in films and television over the decades. However, his personal life was just as challenging. The tragic loss of his first wife in a car accident left him with deep sorrow, and although he remarried, the grief from that loss never truly faded. Additionally, Boa faced financial struggles, adding more stress to his life. In his later years, he battled cancer, and on April 17, 2004, he passed away at the age of 73. However, Boa's legacy lives on through his unforgettable performances, and he is fondly remembered by those who knew him, both on screen and off. Nicky Henson, born on May 12, 1945, left a lasting impact with his role as Mr. Johnson in Fawlty Towers, 1979. Growing up in London, Henson developed a passion for acting from a young age and became one of the prominent faces on the British stage and screen. While his career soared, his personal life was full of challenges. He faced the pain of a broken marriage and the loss of a sibling, shocks that were hard to overcome. Nevertheless, Henson persevered in his craft, finding solace in his work. Later, he fought cancer, and in his final years, his health declined. Despite this, he continued to act until the very end. Nicky Henson passed away on December 15, 2019, at the age of 74 from cancer. His legacy lives on in the hearts of his fans, with performances that continue to inspire and his tireless efforts despite personal challenges. Joan Sanderson, born on November 24, 1912, was known for her role as Mrs. Alice Richards in Fawlty Towers, 1979, a memorable guest appearance marked by her elegant yet strong demeanor and sharp critiques of the character. Sanderson began her acting career at a young age, quickly standing out with her distinctive voice and witty charm. Throughout her life, she remained committed to the stage, living alone, never marrying, and dedicating herself to her work. Her personal life was not without hardship, particularly following the loss of close friends and the fading of colleagues in the industry. One major tragedy came when her beloved pet passed away, leaving her with deep sorrow. Though outwardly strong, she still faced loneliness, especially in her later years. Joan Sanderson passed away on May 24, 1992, at the age of 79 from natural causes, leaving behind a cherished legacy in acting with unforgettable performances that continue to be fondly remembered by television fans. David Kelly, born on July 11, 1929, became a familiar face for his portrayal of O'Reilly, the bumbling but kind-hearted plumber in Fawlty Towers, 1975. His humor and warmth helped create one of the most memorable characters in the show. Born in Ireland, Kelly developed a passion for acting at a young age and dedicated his career to the arts. However, Kelly's personal life was marked by tragedy. He married his beloved wife and had 2 children, but their family happiness was shattered when his wife passed away suddenly from cancer. This grief deepened when his son was severely injured in a car accident. Despite enduring these major personal tragedies, Kelly continued his work and found solace in his acting career. He passed away on February 12, 2012, at the age of 82 from natural causes. Although he is no longer with us, his legacy, particularly in Fawlty Towers, remains cherished and remembered by fans. John Cleese, born on June 18, 1929, left a strong impression with his portrayal of Mr. Carnegie in Fawlty Towers, 1979. As a wealthy and arrogant guest, Cleese brought to life a memorable character with his authoritative voice and natural presence. His career spanned over 6 decades, with numerous memorable roles on television and stage. Cleese grew up in a working-class family and worked hard to achieve success. Despite his flourishing career, his personal life was not without its difficulties. His first marriage ended in divorce, and his second marriage was also affected by the pressures of fame and family. A profound tragedy in his life was the death of his firstborn child, which left him with deep sorrow. Nonetheless, Cleese continued his work until his death on April 5, 2019, at the age of 89 from natural causes. He left behind a significant legacy with his vast body of work and the affection of fans and colleagues. James Cosens, born on December 4, 1933, made a memorable impression with his role as Mr. Walt in Fawlty Towers, 1975, showcasing a strong presence and the ability to portray his character with sharp precision. However, Cosens' life outside of acting was tumultuous and sorrowful. He married twice, but both marriages ended in heartbreak. His first marriage to actress Deborah Grant ended after years of emotional strain, and his second marriage, despite the birth of a son, ultimately faced the same fate. Cosens struggled with loneliness and isolation, particularly after the sudden death of a close friend, which led him into depression and deeply affected both his health and outlook on life. Despite these personal tragedies, he continued his acting career, but his life was forever haunted by pain. He passed away on February 12, 1997, at the age of 63 from a heart attack, leaving behind a legacy of complex characters and a life filled with struggle. Una Stubbs, born on May 1, 1937, became a familiar face with a portrayal of Alice in Fawlty Towers, 1979. With her strong presence and outstanding acting talent, Stubbs left a lasting impression on audiences. However, her life outside of the screen was filled with challenges. Growing up in the East End of London, Stubbs struggled with financial difficulties and the competitive nature of the entertainment industry. Her first marriage to actor Nicky Henson ended in divorce, but the true tragedy came when her son, Robin, passed away at a young age. This loss left a deep wound in Stubbs' heart, a pain she could never fully overcome. Her second marriage to actor Peter Gilmore also ended in separation, though she remained independent and passionate about her craft. Nevertheless, her personal life was always overshadowed by heartbreaking losses. Una Stubbs passed away on August 12, 2021, at the age of 84, from natural causes. Her legacy is one of unforgettable roles and a resilient spirit that generations of fans will always remember. Steve Plytas, born on January 9, 1913, stood out in his role as Kurt in Fawlty Towers, 1975, creating a memorable and striking character. However, his personal life was filled with challenges and tragedy. Growing up in poverty, Plytas had to give up his dream of studying drama due to financial difficulties and worked various jobs to survive. Although he eventually succeeded in his acting career, the success came at a personal cost. Plytas married Elaine, the woman he loved, but his life was marked by sorrow when she passed away suddenly. This loss left a deep wound in his heart, and although he remarried, he could never fully overcome the grief. His second marriage ended in divorce after personal conflicts, and his relationship with his daughter, Sarah, became strained. In his later years, Plytas reflected on the losses in his life, but the deaths of many close friends and family members left him emotionally and physically unable to recover. He passed away on December 27, 1994, at the age of 81 from natural causes, leaving behind a valuable career despite a life filled with enduring pain. Alan Cuthbertson, born on April 7, 1920, portrayed Colonel Hall in Fawlty Towers, 1975, delivering a powerful and impressive performance. However, off-screen, Cuthbertson's life was marked by tragedy. Growing up in London, he worked tirelessly to build his acting career. His first marriage ended in sorrow when his wife died suddenly in a car accident, an event that deeply affected him. He later remarried actress Rosemary Scott, but this relationship was short-lived and ended in divorce. Although he had 2 children, tensions in his personal life affected his family relationships. Despite his success in acting, with notable roles on television and in films, Cuthbertson was never able to fully overcome the personal losses and hardships. His health deteriorated in his later years, and he passed away from a heart attack on February 8, 1988, at the age of 67. His passing marked the end of a life full of achievements but also deep sadness. Conrad Phillips, born on April 13, 1925, made a profound impact with his portrayal of Mr. Lloyd in Fawlty Towers, 1975. Phillips was a talented actor, successful in both television and film, but his personal life was filled with challenges and tragedy. His first marriage to actress Kay O'Donnell ended in a painful divorce, leaving him to raise 2 children on his own. He then married actress Barbara Murray, but this relationship also faced many tensions and eventually ended in separation. One of the greatest losses in his life was the sudden death of his younger brother in a car accident, a tragedy that haunted him for many years. Despite these emotional difficulties, Phillips continued his acting career and found comfort in his work. He passed away on January 13, 2016, at the age of 90 from natural causes, leaving behind a respected career and a life marked by resilience in the face of great challenges. Which actor from Fawlty Towers left the greatest impression on you, and who do you remember the most? Share your thoughts in the comments and be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications to catch our latest videos.